Hey there, I am Sarah, or Whispy as most people like to call me, seeing as Sarah is the world's most common female name. I don't know if that's actually true, but it seems to be. So yeah, I go by the surname, and Yes with Whispy is my channel because I teach a vinyasa style of yoga. I'm currently on lockdown in Tenerife, where I am teaching yoga, but can't even go outside, and today it's raining, so I'm going to sit in the garden either. So we're going to do a nice practice. Today we're going to focus on lower back. So some poses that are kind of geared towards strengthening, stretching the muscles in the lower back to create some support for the lower back. I mean, I think most of us are spending a lot of time sitting down, whether that's at the moment or just in general life. So doing some yoga is always beneficial for helping the lower back. We have the nice soothing sound of the rain outside, so hopefully you enjoy that as the soundtrack. Yeah, so let's go for it. When you are ready, I want you to come to a comfortable seat. And we're just going to close down the eyes. And just start to focus in on the breath. So you can bring one hand to the belly, one to the chest. So we can feel the diaphragm lifting, causing the belly to rise as we inhale. Really expand the lungs, fill them right up to the bottom. Imagine you're blowing up a balloon. And then as you exhale, feel the tummy sinking back down. Belly button drawing in towards the spine. But letting the shoulders relax away from the ears. So we're trying to just release any tension, so you might be able to do that by rolling the shoulders up to the ears and then just gently letting them come down the spine. I'm just trying to use the nice slow deep breaths to just still the mind. Trying to just stay in the present moment for the next half an hour or so that we're going to practice. I'm just letting the jaw relax, letting the eyes become soft in the sky. Trying to make sure that we are drawing up through the crown of the head so that we've got a nice straight spine. And then when you're ready, just bring your hands to the knees. You can open your eyes, or you can complete the practice with the eyes closed if you like. It's really nice to stay looking inwards, to focus on the breath. If you keep your eyes closed throughout the practice, completely your choice. And as we inhale, we're just going to gently lift the chin up towards the sky. Exhale to round the shoulders, bring the chin down to the chest. A seated cat-cow. So inhaling, look up, and exhaling, rounding down. Inhaling. I just want you to bring the hands out in front, fingertips facing towards the floor. We're just going to flap the wrists up and down to get some movement into the wrists, warm up the wrists. The arms are probably going to start to get a little bit tired. And then you can bring your hands to face forward. And fingertips flip towards you. Try to keep the arms straight here. I'm trying not to move them, but few circles of the wrists. So we're trying to just warm up into the wrists, always really important before we start practicing yoga. As I always plan on that in the classes. And then just bring the fingers to interlace, take a little wave. As you can see, I'm a great dancer. Change direction. And then just bring the hands to the knees. You can close the eyes again. Inhale to bring the arms up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the left hand over to the right knee. Take the right hand behind. And just look over the shoulder for a gentle spinal twist. So try to keep the knees down, try to keep the sit bones on the floor. Inhaling to reach up. And as we exhale, we'll come over to the other side. Trying to lengthen the spine as we inhale, and then see if you can take the twist a little bit deeper as you exhale. Inhaling to come back up, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. You can look to the hands, and then we're going to interlace the fingers. Bring the palms up. And then as we exhale, just gently reach over to the right hand side. Inhale to come back to the middle. And then we'll go over to the left. Inhale to come back. And then we're just going to bring the hands in front of us. So we come onto all fours. Now, if we have a strong core, it's going to help stabilise the spine and support the back, so we're not putting as much pressure on the back. So we're going to do a little core exercise here. So just check your position here on tabletop, make sure that the shoulders, the elbows and the wrists all in a nice straight line. And then pushing into the hand. So we've got the fingers nice and wide, and we push into this part of the hand and this part of the hand. So where the fingers meet the palm, and then that fleshy bit where the hand comes to the wrist. And we're going to lift up the left leg up behind, toes facing the floor, and reach forward with the right arm. So we're engaging the belly here, lifting, tummy button in towards the spine, holding. And as we exhale, we'll bring the knee to the elbow. Inhale to reach. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale to reach. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale to reach and hold. So you can point the toes out or bring the toes down, just try to make sure that that foot is active. And when we place the hand on the mat, you can bend the knee and just try and reach the back of the head with the toe. And then gently release. Just give yourself a little wiggle side to side. And then we go to the other side. So right leg comes out, left arm out in front. Exhaling, knee to elbow. Inhaling to stretch. Exhaling, knee to elbow. Inhaling to stretch. Exhaling, knee to elbow. stretch. One last time, and then hold. Using your breath here to keep that leg lifted. Gently release the hand. Bend the knee so you can find the head with the toes. Bring the knee back down to the mat. We're just going to wiggle side to side. Bring the hips back to the heels. Open the knees so that they are as wide as the mat, if that's comfortable. If not, you can bring the knees close together to get the full middle bend stretch. Open the knees. We walk the fingers forward, reach through the fingertips for child's pose. You can bring the head to a pillow if you like, or you can bring it to a yoga block, or down to the floor. With reaching through the fingertips here. Stretching, lengthening the spine, trying to release any tension in the lower back. And remember that at any point throughout your practice, if it gets too much or you just need a little rest, this is the perfect place to come back to. And then we walk forwards onto the knees, hands under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under, and we're just going to lift the knees off the mat. So really engaging the core here. Just lift the knees off the mat. And then slowly we're going to lift the hips up to the sky for downward facing dog. So you can bend the knees here nice and wide if you like. You can take the feet as wide as the mat. Just trying to make sure that we're not putting any pressure on the wrists, so we're not taking any injuries to the wrists. We're lifting the tailbone up to the sky, trying to create a nice upside down V shape with the body. Looking towards the belly button, making sure that the ears are drawing away from the shoulders. You know what I mean? The other way. The shoulders are drawing away from the ears. And we're going to look towards the hands. Walk towards them at the front of the mat. And take a nice deep bend in the knees. And fold over the legs. Take opposite elbows. And just let yourself swing side to side. Nice deep breaths here. So we're lifting the tailbone up towards the sky as we just pull forwards. It's also a nice release of the backs of the legs and the lumbar spine. Now just gently release the hands. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to fold. You can bend the knees here. And then inhale to rise. Bring the arms out by the sides. Rise all the way up. Stand. And then just bring the hands down. And the heart center to the side. We're going to, your front of your mat, we're going to step back with the left leg. If it's comfortable to bring the knee down to the mat, you can bring the knee down to the mat. Walk that front foot forward a little bit, reach up for low lunge. So we're trying to draw forward with the left hip here, back slightly with the right so that the knees are parallel, not the knees, the hips, enjoy. The hips are parallel to the front of the mat. You can bring the fingers together if you want to slightly back bend. And that's available. Please do. Maybe using your breath to stay focused here. And then we're going to bring the hands down to the inside of the foot. And just stay here in this pose. So you can roll onto the side of that right foot if you like. If it's going to help you open into the hips more, you can just stay with the hands on the floor. We're trying to create stretch in the hips. I feel it here in the hip flexor with my left leg. If you want to walk the hands down and bring them onto a cushion or onto a block, that's also an option. And then we'll just walk the hands back. Bring that right foot back to meet the left. Knees are on the mat. Hands are under the shoulders. And then we're bending the elbows to slowly come down. Keep the elbows in towards the chest. Walking the hands just off the front of the mat. Push into the hands, into the forearms, into the tops of the feet. Just lift the head. We're trying to push into the tops of the feet here. Squeeze the glutes together. Just opening up the chest, letting the shoulders melt down away from the ears. It's a gentle stretch into the lower back. If you ever encounter any moments of pain during yoga, just pull back. Don't ever go into positions that are causing more harm than good just because you think it looks good or whatever. Vanity can get the better of us sometimes. But the biggest enemy in yoga, as I've always been told, is the ego. So we're going to walk the hands back towards us, so that basically you've got chicken arms, so the hands are in next to the ribs. Push into the hands, lift the chest, and then roll over the feet as we lift up into downward facing dog. And we'll look to the hands, walk towards them, the front of the mat. Take a nice deep bend in the knees, but lift the tailbone and bum up towards the sky. Take opposite elbows, just rock side to side. Gently release the hands down. Inhale to straighten the spine forward. Bring the hands either to the shins, to the thighs. Exhale when the knees come down. Inhale to rise. All the way back up. Bring the hands down through the heart center. Out to the side. Draw mountain pose. Tadasana. So you're going to just draw the tummy button in here. Make sure that the feet are just about hip width apart. And we're not sticking the bum out. We're not thrusting the hips forward. Nice neutral position with the hips. And then we're going to step back with the right leg this time. Bring the knee down to the mat. Or put it on a cushion, or you can keep it lifted if it's not nice to put the knee down. And inhale to reach up. Put a leg on. So we're really trying to create a stretch in the front of the right hip here. You can push into the top of the back foot. Nice slow, deep breaths. And then bring the hands down to the inside of that left foot. Look forwards. Lizard. Just take a look at your back leg and make sure that it's in a nice straight line. It's not knocking out to the side. You're not putting any pressure on the knee. Look forwards. If you came down from the other side, I want you to do the same on this side. And then we'll walk the hands back, push into the hands. Take that left foot back to meet the right. The knees together. Push into the hands, as I already said. And bend the elbows as we slowly lower ourselves down. Squeeze the elbows in towards the body. Down to the mat. Take a little wiggle side to side. And then walk the hands off the mat. Push into the hands. Near the chest. The sphinx. We're going to walk the hands back towards us, push into them as we rock up into our downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. And then we look towards the hands. Walk towards them and then onto the mat. Take a nice deep bend in the knee. This time bring the arms behind, interlace the fingers and just let the arms fall to wherever they come to. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades together. And slowly inhale, you can release the arms down to the side, using the core. Just close down the eyes. Just take a moment here in mountain pose. Adjusting the hips so we're not sticking out or thrusting forwards. Again, inhale, rise up. And take a small back bend if it feels good. Exhale to fold down. Bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale to place the hands on the mat. Step back into your plank. Hold the plank at the top here. Using the core, squeeze the leg in. Squeeze the thighs together to imagine there's something you're trying to hold on to that's there. And I'm trying to pull a block out, for example. And then we bend the elbows, lower, down, all the way to the mat. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest. And then we're just going to come back onto the knees as we push back into child's pose. And we'll just rock forwards, onto all fours, tap the toes under, bring the hips up to the sky, the downward facing dog. We're going to lift the right leg up behind. Try to keep both hips parallel to the floor. We have a tendency to move over to the left side. When we do three-legged dogs, so try to keep nice square hips. And then we're going to look towards the right elbow as we exhale. Bring the knee towards the elbow. Push it back up. Behind you. Bring the knee in towards the forehead. Push it back up. Bring the knee over to the left elbow. Push it back up. And then look towards the right wrist. We're going to bring the knee behind the wrist. Let the back leg fall out in a nice straight line behind as we come into the pigeon. So put something under the right glute, cushion, jumper, whatever you can find if you want something to stabilise it. And then bring the hands in front, let the shoulders relax, look up. If you get enough of a stretch here, you can just stay right here. Otherwise, if you want something deeper, you can walk your fingers forwards as you come down into sleeping pigeon. Breathing space into the hip. And then we'll walk hands back towards us. And we're going to bring this back leg round so that the sole of the right foot is at the inside of the left thigh. Keep those left toes pointing upwards. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. And then exhale to bring that left hand down towards the left leg. We're reaching over the body with the right arm. If you want to take it super deep and bring the hand down towards the toes, then that's also an option. I like to just reach over with the hand. Breathing up from the hip, right hip, all the way up through each of the ribs. Into the armpit, along the arm, into the feet. Inhale, so come back up, reach the ceiling, and then we're going to bring the hands behind us. You can have the fingertips facing you, or the heels of the hands, and then just lift up the hips. Release the head if you like. Gently release. Walk the hands back to the front of the mat. Take that left leg back. So we're back in the pigeon, tuck the toes, and then lift up the right leg behind, back into three-legged dog. Bring the foot back down to the mat. You can stay here in three-legged dog, you can come down into child's pose, you can join me to go through a flow, so through Chaturanga, Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up behind. Exhale, bring the knee towards the left elbow. Push the leg back. Bring the knee through towards the forehead. Push the leg back up. Take the knee to the opposite elbow. And back up behind. And then we're going to look to the left wrist. Bring the knee behind the wrist. Walk the right leg back. Try to make sure it's in a straight line. Bring a block or a cushion or a scarf or whatever under the left glute. Walk the hands towards you, look up. Inhale. And as we exhale, if you want to come down into sleeping pigeon, then you can. Inhale. Put the hands back. We're going to bring that right leg around so that the left foot comes to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale the arm, reach up. And then exhale, bring the right hand down towards the right foot. And just reach over so we create a nice stretch all the way up through the left side body, through the feet. Breathe into the stretch. Inhaling, bring your hands back up. Receiving, take the hands behind. And then just lift the wrists up and let the head fall back again. Gently release. Walk the hands back to the front of the mat. And we're going to bring that right leg back behind. Spread for a second back in kind of pigeon. And then push into that back foot as we lift the left leg up for 3 dog. Gently release the foot down to the mat. Just take a little walk out the feet. And then look towards your hands, walk towards them, front of your mat. And we're just going to send the thumb down. So we kind of sit down. Just bring the knees in towards the chest, lift the feet up off the floor. Bring the forehead to the knees. Give yourself a nice big hug. Gently release. We're going to just lift up the legs as we come into the Baddha break pose. So we need to engage the lower core. Inhale to lift the legs. Reach forwards with the hands. Really using the forehead to strengthen the core will in turn help us to support the lower back. Some of soul if you like, or in the Baddha. And then gently release, but don't let the legs come down to the floor. Keep them hovering on the star shape, kind of. Exhale to bring it back up. And then gently release. The feet down to the mat. We're going to slowly come down, so lowering yourself all the way down to the mat. Just let the right leg come across the left. Take the hands behind the left thigh. Feet are engaged as you just take figure of 4 stretch. Stretching out the hamstrings. If you want to deepen it, you can push your right elbow into the right leg. Gently drawing the left hamstring in towards you. Not just the hamstring, the leg. You know what I'm saying. And then gently just release. You can bring the legs up towards the ceiling for waterfall. If you're near a wall, it's really nice to take this to the wall. So bring the bum towards the wall and just let the feet face you as you come up against the wall. Just reversing the blood flow. And then when you feel like you've had enough of that, then we'll just take the left leg over the right, Hands behind the right leg, gently drawing that right thigh towards you. Breathe into any areas of tightness. And gently release the leg, bring the knees into the chest, just let yourself rock side to side. And then we're just going to gently release the legs down to the mat, as wide as the mat. Hands facing up as we take our Shavasana, corpse pose. Just a moment of relaxation, a moment for the body to absorb all the nice juicy stretches and strengthening exercises we've done. So just close the eyes, just let the jaw relax, let yourself be heavy, sink down deeply into the mat. When you feel ready, just start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Take a nice big stretch overhead. Try not to keep pulling. And we're just going to roll over onto one side, make a leg for the head with the hands. Keep your eyes closed down. And slowly, just make your way up to a comfortable seat. Bring the hands wherever they feel comfy, whether it's on the heart, heart center, on the knees, whatever feels best. Just take a nice big inhale. Hold the breath at the top. And release with a sigh. You can just blink open the eyes when you're ready. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I hope to bring you some more videos now that I can't leave the house, so I have time on my hands. Thank you so much. If you like the video and want to see more, you can subscribe to my channel and please share with anyone you think will benefit.